And in fact, some journalists were the car they were using was destroyed.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, because I watched it, that a number of the journalists were hurt. Not just the car destroyed. I saw very deep cuts on a number of them who were covering the event, and I expected that all instances will be investigated involving all the parties that are involved. I also want to say that even for and this, as I said, regardless of regardless of the persons involved. I'm being confused by someone who used to say regardless. Regardless of the persons involved, I am expecting that all these people will come out to record a statement and then investigated by the police, and people will be brought to justice. I also expected, I'm not very sure because I haven't received the full brief, but the level of we need to respect our airport. Yeah, generally we are at a certain standard in the airport where we have signed to certain protocols that enables us to fly directly to various countries in Europe, US, and so forth. So it's important not to make our airport center for political activities. And I expected a certain level of decorum among our leaders and aspirants and Kenyans when they went to the airport. That again is an issue that must be dealt with going forward, because we don't want our airport to become a center for ridicule globally in terms of security protocols on the use of the airport. But other than that, I don't know. Why was someone stoning that convoy? First of all, it was not a threat to anything. Yeah, it was not. There were not many people. And even assuming even there were many people, they were not disrupting anything. It was. I mean, I thought the goons that threw stones were actually totally misguided. I'm sure that it was, as has been in Nairobi in the past, it must have been this competition among political groupings in the city, and it was not necessary because that was a very small event that did not require that level of attention. I was surprised actually earlier when you people asked me that there was a heavy deployment, and I thought, heavy deployment for what? That was a small thing that didn't require that level of attention. Thank you.
Okay, Waziri, we can move on.
Shukrani sana Waziri, ningeomba niweze kurejelea swala ambalo uliangazia mapema leo kuhusiana na utengenezaji na usambazaji wa pombe haramu pamoja na dawa za kulevya. Swali kuu ambalo linaibuliwa ni kuwa ama hofu kuu miongoni mwa wananchi imekuwepo ni kukamatwa kwa washukiwa, ila licha ya kuwepo kwa ushahidi wa kutosha, kesi hizi zinaishia tu pale katika vituo vya polisi. Swali kuu likibuliwa, huenda kukakuwepo na ushirikiano kati ya washukiwa hawa pamoja na vitengo vya usalama. Na je, kama wizara mnafanya nini kuweza kuhakikisha changamoto imesuluhishwa na vile vile kulinda imani ya vitengo vya utawala?
Kwanza ningependa kusema kwamba ninashukuru sana wafanyikazi wa serikali katika kaunti ya Swa, katika idara ya usalama, kwa vile wameweza kupambana na shida ya pombe na wamedhibiti kwa njia kuu sana. Ukijua kwamba miaka chache iliyopita kaunti ilikuwa na shida kubwa ya mambo ya pombe haramu, lakini hivi sasa ni county number 41, 41 out of 47 kwa ile counties, top counties. Ukihesabu kutoka juu kuja chini, Nyeri ni 41. Ukilinganisha na county kama Trans Nzoia ambaye ni number 1, Kakamega number 2, Kisumu number 3, Nairobi. Hapa Nyeri mambo mengi yamefanywa yanahusu polisi, machifu, idara ya nakada, kushirikiano na KRA na KEBS pamoja na county government, hata county laws ya county imesaidia. So kazi mingi imefanyika. Yenye inabidi tufanye ni kuhakikisha kwamba tunaendeleza hiyo vita dhidi ya pombe haramu. Na kuwa kwangu hapa ni kuwatia moto na changamoto kwao kuhakikisha kwamba wanapambana na kazi hiyo. Kiswahili inanichanganya kidogo, lakini kuhakikisha kwamba hii kazi inaweza wasonga mbele. Tuko na watu 4 5 ambao ni wanasumbua katika Nyeri, wanatoa ethanol huko Nairobi na sehemu zingine wanaleta hapa. Wakati crackdown ikifanyika wanakimbia na nyuki, na kama vile umesema, tumekundua pia kwamba kuna maafisa kadha wa serikali wanahusika, mapolisi hapa na pale, administrators hapa na pale, watu wa KEBS, watu wa KRA, na kila wakati tunapopata ripoti ya ujasusi kuhusiana na hiyo, tayari tunafanya mabadiliko yanayofaa, na maafisa wanaohusika pia huwa wanaadhibiwa penye tunajua kwamba tuna ushahidi wa kutosha. Lakini ningependa kusema kwamba kwa ile mikakati tumeweka leo, niko na imani ya kwamba tutaendelea kudhibiti shida hii, na unajua itaisha siku moja. So lazima kila siku ofisa ya serikali lazima wachangamke kila siku. Ni vita ya kila wakati.
I work for National Media Group.
Good evening, Waziri. My name is Wahu Nguge, Kameme TV and Nyeri Mohoro News Hub.
Ujambo Waziri, jina langu ni Edwin Mbogwa kutoka runinga K24.
Good evening, Mr. CS. My name is Steven Munyere. I work for National Media Group.
Okay, and Waziri, 4 months after you are appointed as the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Interior, you launched Jukwaa la Usalama on 8th April. Maybe you can highlight some of the successes that you've been able to achieve and some of the similar issues that you've been able to come across in all the regions, Nyeri being the 32nd forum.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All the media houses represented here and those who are watching us online for this great opportunity to engage you. And thank you for the opportunity we had today in Nyeri. This is the 32nd county we are visiting from the 7th of April when we started in Mombasa. So it's been 4 months plus of visiting various counties. Not been easy, having meetings that span up to 10 hours a day. So we can estimate that we have been doing meetings and engagements that span up to 320 hours for the last 4 months. And I must say thank you very much for the opportunity. In terms of the impact of Jukwaa la Usalama, I think it has exceeded my expectations. Initially, I thought it was just going to be a familiarization forum. Intention was just to be for listening. But I'm surprised that we've been able to do things. We've been able to impact government policy in a big way, bigger than I thought initially. Let me say that for every region we've visited or a county we've visited, we've been able to sort out the problems of that county. Because we go with either the IG or DIG, a number of the issues raised in various counties is about human resource organization, organization of the human resource and the performance of the officers. Both the Ngao officers, whether it is county commissioner, deputy county commissioner, or police officers. In fact, where we get some level of notoriety in terms of reporting of performance of a particular officer, it's usually a red flag and an indicator that there is a problem in some corner. So from cost, we were able to deal with the issue of Panga Boys in a manner that at the moment that issue is fairly contained. We were able to deal with issues to do with drugs and drug abuse in that region. If you come to counties like in some parts also of the of Lower Eastern, we're able to deal with various issues, a lot of crackdown on and arrests and charging of people on sexual offenses, for example, in places like Makueni, where I revisited recently on a different social function, and people were appreciating that since we went there, the officers have been able to do a good job, crackdown of ethanol, adulterated ethanol, and so forth. In the Upper Eastern, you can see the work that is going on in terms of the operation to deal with drugs and trafficking in human beings. In fact, we can almost successfully say that this Marsabit corner has fairly been closed from traffickers. We have contained it. You can see the silence in Kerio Valley because of the strategies we put in place. We were losing lives every day in Kerio Valley, at least. Now we are making very good progress. A number of criminals have been arrested, taken to court. Number of guns have been collected from these criminals. Some have also surrendered voluntarily. If you go to Rift Valley, there are a number of places, particularly Kitale, Wazingishu, and now Nakuru, where we have had to upscale our crackdown on matters, adulterated alcohol, second-generation alcohol, illicit brews, and also drugs. As a matter of fact, Kitale is the leading county in terms of abuse of substance, whether it is drugs or alcohol. And as a result of our visit we've done, every part we've gone, as a cabinet secretary, first of all, it is moving the office to the ground. So I have had very good engagement with people who would have otherwise asked for an appointment to come and see me in Nairobi. I have gone, and we have gone with a huge team to the ground, and then understood the problem of that area, and then solved some of the problems. So a lot of reorganization of human resource has happened in the last 4 months, courtesy of our first-hand experience with the actors. Now, in terms of policy, we've been able to fast-track the policy on issues to do with NPR management, because those are issues that were raised on the ground. And now we are about to finalize this issue of reorganization of the National Police Reservists. We've been able to do a CAB memo on village elders, which I have signed. It is now before Treasury, and then it will go to Attorney General's office, and then I will table it in the cabinet with a plan to see how we reorganize the village elders. We've been able to reorganize the welfare of the officers. When we started Jukwa, the assistant county commissioners were not being, a number of them were yet to complete their training and promoted. They were trained, 800 of them graduated, and the president came for their graduation, and thereafter they were promoted. 300 are awaiting training. Chiefs who have not been trained 20 years, 30 years, for the first time now going back to the training, and they are in APTC. 1,000 are there, another 1,000 going next month. We intend to target 8,200 to organize chiefs and assistant chiefs. We've been able also to come up with policy directions on management of the police officers, shortening the time, ensuring that transfers are done in a particular short time. Promotions for officers who have stagnated. You are 50 and you are a constable, or you've been a constable for more than 15 years without promotion. We've now put in place that policy directive, that all of them be promoted on merit. Or you know, a corporal who has been also there in one position for 15 years to be promoted, or the inspector of police who has been in office for 10 years without promotion. So all these are products of direct engagement with the officers. In fact, the procurement we are doing now for vehicles and motorcycles is meant to address these issues. The issues to do with construction of police stations. Police stations are I am glad I have went to some of these counties to see with my own eyes the infrastructure that we have for Ngao and for police. I was shocked in Tana River. In Tana River, they are almost like they have no office, you know. Neither do they have county offices nor police or anything. And so it helps, and then you go to some counties and they have very good offices. So you see the inequality also that happens in our nation. And so this has been an eye-opener, a very good opportunity to engage and resolve issues that are affecting Kenya in every part of the country. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your insight. Maybe we can move on to Clement.
Yeah, quite progressive, quite commendable job, Waziri. But then the residents of Murang'a Kenol Blue Post area are asking themselves whether someone in the ministry is deliberately trying to sabotage your work, because